Hi, Julie Torrance here. So, what do I have? We're changing gears. I've got some Canson XL paper. It's not what I'm using today, but it's a good basic watercolor paper that's affordable. I've got my Amazon's Basic. This is what I'm going to be using today. And it is 140 pound. It's 9 by 12. And I get this 30 sheets for usually under $10 on Amazon. However, it has been out of stock for a little while, so you may have to be a little patient. All right, away they go. I've got Prang watercolor paints. I am following up on a request. More videos on making things for junk journaling using what we have. So, whatever paper you have on hand that is designed for water, like mixed media paper or things like that, that's what we're going to be using. Now, I cut these. I took the 9 by 12 and just cut it in fours. So it's 6 inches by 4.5. Now, I realize most of us like to use, let me see if I've got a sheet here. This is a 8.5 by 11. Well, that was folded pretty terrible, but it's good enough for what I want to show you. I realize this is going to be too big of a journaling card or something like that, but not if it's this way. And this could easily fit under a belly band. So I've got 2 that way. Then I cut 2 of them 4.5 by 4.5. So I had a little bit of waste, but this could go into a pocket or something like that. So again, we're not using digitals and those kinds of things. You don't have to run out and buy a book. We're going to use this. Nothing wrong with digitals. I love them. I make them. Nothing wrong with books. I buy them. I use them. I cut them up. But if you don't even have any of that, we're going to be using children's watercolor. These Prang watercolor, I'm just going to set this aside for a second. You will see are well used because I have been teaching my grandson since he was 2. He's now 4. About watercoloring, and Prang is a really good children's brand, and we'll talk more about that later. But I'm going to set these. I'm trying to keep everything in your vision. I've got 2 brushes. The Prang comes with a brush. I might even have one. I'll see. That thought just came to me. I don't see it quickly, but as we're working, if I come across it, I'll let you know. I believe, though, it is, maybe this is one? No. All right, quit it. Quit it, Julie, quit it. I've got a size 6 Princeton Snap. A size 6 is what I believe the Prang watercolor set comes with. Whatever you have, unless if the bristles are totally plastic, that hard square, I don't know how to make those work. Get something, a children's brush or whatever you want. These are very affordable. I also pulled a number 2 out because some people I know do have 1 or 2 watercolor brushes, but they tend to be small because they're not frightening. I've got some paper towel. I've got 2 water sources. My bucket has 2 wells, 2 cups, 2 yogurt containers, 2 whatever you got is fine. I do not have a fancy palette. I'm just going to use the lid, which Prang makes a nice lid. And I'm thinking about, well, perhaps you are thinking about making something for your autumn journal. So I'm going to at least start out. We're going to be doing some autumn kind of things. Really simple, but yet I think you'll find the results quite amazing. All right, for this one, I'm going to simply I don't have much room to keep it in frame. I am simply going to take a pencil. This is just a plain old number 2 pencil. And I'm going to make 3 sticks. 1, 2, 3. Kind of in the middle. I'd say this one is the most in the middle. That's it. They're 3 sticks. All right. Take my brush, wet it, dab, dab. Now, if you're using your kids' paints that are rose art, of course, all the names slip my mind, Crayola, or maybe you've got one of those sets that's about this big and it's got lots and lots of round circles, that flat set that I've seen. And when you open it, the lid is clear and it's bubble, 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 bubble. Any of those types, get yourself some water like this. This is just a hairspray bottle, spray, spray, spray. Or take your brush and just go in the water, don't dab, dab, and then in the paint. In the water, in the paint. Praying are what's called semi-moist. So they're designed to activate really quick. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to start, and I get autumn colors. I'm going to start with yellow. And I'm just making dots. So I'm going to make dots in a circle-ish, maybe more like an oval, over this stick. Rinse, dab, dab. I'm going into an orange color. Same thing, dots. Nice. Rinse. Now I'm going to go over, oh, see, I had some paint on my hand and it got right there. Don't worry about it. Okay, over here, I'm going to go with red. Can you see my paints? No, kinda. Okay, red. Dots. Doesn't have to be the same size. Doesn't have to be the same shape. I just went in and got another bit of red. Okay, rinse. If you have a brown shade, I'm sure you all do, grab a little brown. My brush was a little drier, so my dots are a little smaller. That's okay. Just get some color in there. Yep. Good. I'm going to let this dry. Set it aside. Let's start with another one. This is another 4.5 by 4.5. Okay, on this one, get your trusty pencil. And I want you to make some wavy lines starting near the top, and maybe 4 of them. We'll see how it goes, like this. Wave, wave, wave. Good. Leave it. On top of these lines, we're going to start using our fall colors. And I have another orange color over here. And yeah, it looks a little messy. Like I said, I do this, looks real messy. Did I dab, dab? I think I did. Okay, I am going to start making teardrop shape, oval shape, round shapes. And I'm going to do a couple, but I'm going to keep it off of that line as best I can. So here's a circle shape. Let's go down here, a oval, or a teardrop. Little paint. Oval. Nice. Rinse. I'm going to grab, way down here is a red. I don't think you can see it. I'm not even sure what kind of a red it is. My grandson has so many colors mixed in it. I'm going for it. Okay, I'm gonna do more of a triangle. Not much payoff payout of color there. There we go. Oh, it's kind of a rusty color, at least right now it is. Fine. I knew it would be autumn. I'm going to go right next to this one. And if they touch, which they're gonna on purpose, I am going to not worry. If they bleed or blend or if they don't, doesn't matter. And I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to do this one coming right off the edge. Good. Rinsing, dab, dab, going into the orange. Is this the same orange I used? Oh, I think it is. All right, I'm rinsing that off. We want variety. Okay, I'm going into this yellow. And I'm going to purposely touch this. Did I? May have, may not have. Oh, yeah, I did. It's starting to blend. Okay. Another one. That one's kind of light. But that's okay. Another one. Triangle. Cool. Rinse. I'm going with a green. It's kind of a yellow green. And oval. Not much payout, but that's okay. Another one. Oh, more payout. Can see how quickly, though, it did activate just with that one go round. Over here, another one. I don't know what shape that is. Teardrop. Good. I'm going to put another one. Where? Here? Sure. Let's see. Round. Good. Now, I am going to start maybe kind of repeating, you know. Boy, whatever that stickiness was, I keep repeating it. Oh, well. Okay, darker green. Now, more is going to maybe touch, and that's fine. Okay, green. Again, it's the first time I dunked into this color, so this one is going to be darker. Good, that's fine. Make another circle. And like I said, they're going to start overlapping. Will they blend and blur, or will, it doesn't matter. Just go, just keep painting. Rinse. And I'm going to pick the brighter red. And I'm going to go here. Touch a little more red. Let's see, I've got 2 circles in a row. I want variety. So I'm going to go with the oval. Grabbing a little red paint again. And I'm going to do another oval. Good. Rinse. I'm grabbing yellow again. I only have one yellow in this pan, so it's going to be the same yellow, but that's okay. I'm going to go here. What shape? Oval. Nice. Touching the paint. Let's do a teardrop, but it's running right off the page. There. Another one. I'm going to take this yellow, put some right here, and I'm going to just touch the orange. More yellow. Touch the red. Ooh. touch the yellow. Okay, hopefully this is a different color, but we're using kind of the same palette. And let's do a circle here. Now mixing these paints, it may wash them out or make them a little bit muddy, but I don't care for this because colors in autumn are kind of washed out, are kind of muddy. So over here, what shape? Oval. Nice. And I'm going to use this color again. And I'm going to put it right here. They're tight. That's okay. Good. All right, we've got room just for a couple more. I'm going into this brighter orange. And I'm going to put one here. Right to the edge. And I'm going to put one here. What shape? I think a circle. Back into the orange. Then do this over here, circle. Good. Now, a color that, you know, can keep things kind of mixed up. I'm going into this brown, and I am going to check it. Okay. And I'm going to stick a few brown ones in. Right off the edge. I need an off the edge here, but I don't want to have brown right on top of brown. But you could. Yep, don't need another one of those. Let's go over here with maybe the red. There. Okay, we're leaving this to dry. Now, I am conscious of the backs, and I've got some paint here, so I'm just mopping that up with my dab paper towel. Okay, bringing this one back. Can you see it? I think so. Okay. These two, we've got this stick in the middle that we haven't done anything with. I'm going to start with a green, fairly dark green, and I'm going to mix it right into that brown. It's kind of giving me a gray. It is unpredictable when you're using children's paints. Okay, I'm starting with this. And I'm going to go kind of oval, but this way instead of this way. Okay? And I'm just dotting. Good. Rinse. I'm going in with green. Good. And I'm going in with yellow. Starting at the bottom. Okay. Now, with this one, I want to ground these. So I'm going to start with just the plain old brown that comes in this. And I'm going to keep the dots going. I've got that dot there. I'll show you how I'm going to figure that out. Okay? Now, I want some of these red leaves under here. So I'm just grabbing that red and I'm going to put a few dots. Okay? I want some of that orange. So I'm just grabbing, I don't even know if this is the right orange, it doesn't matter. Some on top, a little bit mixing in, okay? And then I'm gonna pick up some of that green. Okay, good. Nice. So what am I gonna do with that? Can you even see that? You probably can. I am going to take the brown and I'm going to turn it into a rock. Just like that. And leave it. Okay. It's fine. Leave this alone. Let's go back to these. Okay, these are looking good. I want to give that line now just a little bit of color. So I'm going in with brown to start. And I'm going to turn this to make it a little easier for me. I'm going to just go along my line, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Stop and pick up, stop, stop. Do you see what I mean? I've got this weird brown. I'm gonna take some of that. Let's start here, 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 here. Go back to the first one, and I'm not rinsing my brush out in between. Here, 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 here. Okay, rinse. I am going to pick up a little bit of the green, the darker green that's in this kit. And a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little more color, little bit, little bit, little bit. Okay, rinse. And I'm going to pick up this kind of an Indian red color. I've got water on the ferrule. I'm just picking that off. A little more paint. Are they mixing and blending? Yeah. Do I care? No, I want it. But primarily what I'm doing is I'm just getting some color on here. And I'm just joining the rest of these up. Okay? One more. Okay, good. I'm letting this dry. Okay, now, we may only get through 2 of these because I don't want it to go on and on until you're fainting. All right, I'm gonna take my brush. I'm gonna rinse it good. So I'm using that clear water. I'm drying it on my paper towel because I want this to not have color in it. Okay. Back into the clear and just dab, dab. I'm going to go over this with my wet brush. Light. One time. That's it. Don't scrub. Don't go crazy. And I am again rinsing my brush, making it wet. Can you see? Dab, dab, dab. There. I'm on over the red one. It's not wet enough. Just touch the water. There we go. I want it to smear a little bit. Good. Okay. Rinse, rinse, rinse. This one is still a little wet, but I'm going for it. Here we go. There. Now, if I keep going and keep going, it's going to get muddy. We don't want that. Now, down here, the red is still a little bit wet. The rest looks pretty dry. So, again, a little bit wet, not too drippy. I just put a dot because it's drippy. My brush bristles are shiny, so that tells me there's water in it, but it's not dripping. Okay, here we go. And I'm just, again, running over the top. Once across, not back and forth, just once. And now we've got that little rock. Okay, I am going to take this. I'm rolling it. I'm drying it. I'm going into one of the greens that I can see is a little bit wet, just with the tip. And I'm going to make some line like that. Line. There. A little rock. Now, same thing, tiny little bit of paint right there. And I'm just going to put a few bits of grass. Little bit of paint. Little bit of paint. And if it's kind of dry brushy, like it's skipping because it's so dry, good. Good. Because we want it to look like dry grass. I think I need a little here. Okay. Let her go. All right. Let that dry. And let's come back to this one. This one needs to dry more before we go on to the next step. I'm thinking. No, I got another step in here. Okay. My brush, same brush, into the clear. And going on here. Is it clear and no pigment in here? Yes. Now, going into the clear, giving it a twirl to get the water off of that ferrule, and a little bit of dab. My bristles are shiny, but they're not dripping. Okay. And it might not be wet enough, we'll see. I'm just going to go over this. Yeah, it could use a tiny bit more water. I just put the tip in. And what I'm doing is a tip, blurring this. I'm going to do it again. Good. Next row. And do you see where there was like extra paint, kind of weird? Grab it and pull it into the picture. I just put a tiny bit more water on here. Good. I want to rinse it because I don't want to move so much paint. One more time. Okay. Good. I love this. We're doing great. Okay, setting this aside. Where are we with this? Oh, it's eluding me. Okay, good. Now, with this one, I'm done with the paints. So I'm just gonna give that a close, move it aside. Now you can use, and I'm grabbing it, your heat gun. And I'm going to, and I'm not shutting off anything. We're not going to use it that much, but I want this dry. Okay, just that much. I am grabbing a Sharpie. I've got a black one. This kind of black Sharpie. This is not a Sharpie, but it's just a fine point, you know, like a Sharpie. Here's another Sharpie. And I know somewhere y'all got a Sharpie. So I'm going to start out with the big one because I think this is the one that most of you have in the junk drawer. Good. Now I'm going to get a scratch sheet of paper and I'm just going to give it a go. Yeah, she's working. Okay. Now I am going to start out by putting the trees, these are trees, and just like this. Good. And now I'm going to do branches. Thing about branches is they pretty much grow up and they break off in V's or Y shapes. I am going to use this thicker one and I'm just going to give this, there's a Y, another Y or V shape, and another V shape, another V shape, another V shape. Stop. V shape, V shape, V shape, stop. V shape, V shape, V shape, V shape. See, they're all up and they're all making these V's. I'm going to go to my narrower. If you have it, if you don't, maybe you even have a ballpoint pen or something that's black, but you do want it to be a little bit thinner. Again, give her a test. And you may have some other kind of alcohol marker. Here we go. Another V. Now I'm going to go up here. V, V, V. Here. I'm going to make a couple of V's. V, V, V. Good. A little V over this one. V, V, V. Nice. Same pen. I'm going to highlight my grass. Especially under these trunks. And I'm just flick, 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 flick. Flick, flick, flick. Also, some in front of my rock. Flick, flick, flick. Some behind my rock. Flick, flick, flick. Good. Some under. Nice. Good. What do you think? I think that's going to make a great journaling card. Now, our back came out nice. I'm going to use a corner rounder. Big corner rounder. Oops, do it this way, Julie. Do it this way. Because you really want that corner to be seated like that. Nice. Now, if you have inks and you want to ink around it, that's great. I'm going to take the finer of these markers. Whoops. I'm going to avoid using the Stettler. Sharpie. Most of us have a Sharpie. And I'm just going to give this a bit of a frame. I'm going to make it as simple as I know how. I'm holding the back of this. And I'm doing wiggle, wiggle. Because I want it to be organic-y. Whoop. And around again. Not tracing. Whoops, right off the edge. There. You did great. Good for you. I'm giving it the initial. And there we have it. I love it. I hope you do. Now, this one. Here we go. Now, if you have a white gel pen, or if you have this kind of a white ink pen, this is a Uniball, and it's a Signo. This is a jelly roll. Great. If you don't worry about it. If you have a Sharpie like this, well, let's use it. Now, I'm going to turn this upside down because it's easier for me to draw towards myself, and I need to make a lot of tree trunks, don't I? Okay, this tree trunk isn't going to show. This one is, so I'm going to go whoop, just a little bit inside. Whoop. Again, whoop. But I'm going to skip one or two that seem a little bit darker that would support white. Like these two, I think would support white. This one won't. This one will. And then I still want more of them black than white. Okay, so here, and here, and here, and here. Skip 2. Here, and here. A little bit higher in. And that one will do good for white. I'll give this one a thing. And this one. And this one. Leave those two. And this one. And this one. I'm gonna make all the rest black. This one. Okay. This one. There we go. Now, these, because they're white on white, I'm still going to make stems or trunks, but I'm going to stop at the tree instead of going up into the tree. Whoops. I may have missed some. That's okay. How we doing? Good. All right. I'm going to turn it back upside down. I'm going with the ones that I'm not going to use white, or maybe I should go. I'm going to go with the ones that I am going to use white just because it's fewer. This is shiny paper. The white may not want to start here. There's a fuzz on there. Yeah, I think it's going to work. Let me see if I have a regular scrap. I'm looking. Yes, I do. Here's a piece of something. It's a piece of masterboard. White pens can be fussy. I just licked it. I know. All right. Try starting it on your hand. Up. There she goes. Okay. White pens, I love them and I hate them. Okay, so for this one, I'm not doing like branch, branch, branch. I'm doing design. So I'm just going to outline it, which I realize doesn't show up a whole lot. All right, let's try the other one. That is just not doing it for me. Let's give this one a try. Better. Okay. Hopefully we can see. Yeah, we can. And I'm just putting circles all the way around. And more circles. And there. This one. I'm going to go around it. But I'm letting it be behind this one. And I'm just going to do lines. Good. I think I wanted this one to maybe have the white, and it really doesn't matter. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to do wiggles. I forgot to do the outline. And I'm going to put some dots in between the wiggles. Okay, I'm going to just show you so maybe you can see a little bit better. Okay, this one, I'm going to do what? I'm going to do lines, but different ways. You'll see. Outline. And now I'm going to do line, 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 line. Line, 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 line. Line, 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 line. Line, line, line. Line, line. There. Okay, couple more. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to go for this. Outline. And I'm going to do swirls, like snail swirls. Now you can do this, right? I know you can. That one didn't get a stem. That's okay. I'm going to leave the white now, and go with black. And I'm just gonna keep on making designs. And I'll do a couple with the black outline. And I'm gonna do circles. More circles. Like a green apple tree, huh? Are these perfect? No. But they're fun. It's texture. It's pattern. Okay, good. I'll do one more. I'm going to turn it around again. I do that a lot when I do this kind of work. Now, I have to pick, and I'm picking the green one to be on top. And I'm going to do X's, or I should say crosses. Yep. There goes Julie, making all those little marks. That's what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to keep working, but it's going to speed up. And that way you can get the idea. All right? Hang on. Here we go. Okay, look at how we did. I think it looks beautiful. Now, with my little lines, I want to give them just a little bit of something, something. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a few little circles under each stem. And I'll show you what I mean like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get the idea? This won't take long, so I'm not speeding it up. You can always speed it up if you want, but I may say something amazing, like, you are more than welcome to subscribe and join my little friendly, happy community. I'm always open to questions. My email is listed on my About page. So, and it's listed under like business inquiries or something. It's hidden by YouTube, so go ahead and you can give that a go if there's something you want to talk to me about. I am on Facebook. My Facebook name, though, is Julie Ann Torrens because Julie Torrens was already taken. 2 more. Nice. I love that. Giving it the old initial. Okay, so let's get the rounder. Just because I love it so much. Here we go. And yep, I'm cutting off a little bit of trees. Doesn't matter. So we've got a couple of nice journaling cards for your junk journal. No digital, using our kids' paints and just basic Sharpie markers. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel. Down here, there's going to be a video popping up just for you. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this. See you soon.